Welcome to FarmTech's High Efficiency Lighting It's a Bright Idea webinar. We're happy that you're joining us this afternoon. It's my pleasure to introduce Abigail Tobey. Abigail is one of our national account managers here at FarmTech, and she will be presenting the webinar to you today. During this presentation, we will explain our lighting options, walk you through the benefits and application of each of those options, and show you how to choose the right lighting for your needs. I'll now hand the mic over to Abigail and we'll get started. Thank you for joining us.
So hello everybody. Today we're going to be discussing the high efficiency lighting, and it is of course a bright idea. FarmTech is here to offer products to suit all of your needs, no matter your project size or your experience level. So from seed starting to grow lights, to a high bay riding arena, warehouse lighting, exterior lighting, we do aim to work with you from start to finish. So today this webinar is going to focus on the products FarmTech offers to suit your needs as well as save you energy. Just a quick bit about me. My name again is Abigail. I have 5 years of experience here in the horticultural and agricultural industries. I started with FarmTech as an intern actually. I grew up on a family-owned potato farm, as you can see there, so the thought process and the mindset of the American farmer is truly ingrained in me, which I think is why I'm so blessed to work here with FarmTech and do the things that I do on a daily basis. My contact information is right there on the screen. My direct extension, of course, is 246, or you can email me at atoby@farmtech.com. So welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to give you a brief background on FarmTech, of course, kind of introduce you to us. We'll talk about basic lighting vocabulary, what different things mean, and then the various different types of lights, from CFLs and the spring lamps all the way up to solar lights and accessories that we offer. Hopefully we should meet all of the points, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to join our Q&A after the presentation. A touch about our company. We are the leading manufacturer of agricultural buildings, products, greenhouses, and high tunnels here in the U.S. We've been privately owned and operated since 1979. Our corporate offices, where my offices, I come to work every day, is the South Windsor, Connecticut facility in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Lower two images are both our Dyersville facility. On the right, you'll see more manufacturing and our large retail facility where also customer service is held. And then on the left, you see our beautiful double bay greenhouse filled with wonderful HPS lights. So it gives that nice warm glow to it. Fantastic facility. And if you'd like to come view, by all means, give us a ring. We'd love to have you come through. So here at FarmTech, it's been our mission to provide, of course, the highest quality of products at extremely economical prices. And then, of course, we do pride ourselves on our customer service skills. So currently, we're taking our goal of serving you to our next step by sharing our knowledge and our expertise in that technology center that you see here. A large portion of that is that double connect greenhouse that I mentioned on the previous slide. You can learn about the benefits of controlled environment agriculture. We have seminars, live demos. Greenhouse experts are on staff, so you could stop and speak with them. We do focus mostly on hydroponics, field growing, fodder solutions, but we're constantly expanding and R&Ding new ideas and product lines. So take a tour of our technology center, and you can also learn the advanced technology with tension fabric structures and our high efficiency manufacturing facilities, which we're now doing with robotic welding. So it's another step to try and keep the costs low while still providing you that extremely high quality product you expect from us. On to the good stuff, the meat and potatoes of today's presentation. Really quickly, we'll just go over some lighting vocab. As with any product, there are very specific terms used when discussing lights. A lumen is the initial amount of light put out by a lamp. So right at the fixture, a lumen is the measure of light being output by that lamp. A foot candle, on the other hand, is the unit of illuminance on the surface. So that is on the tabletop or on the chair or on the floor. And foot candles can vary throughout the location of the room. A watt, of course, very familiar term, is the amount of power it takes to power the lamp or turn it on. Color temperature is the tone of the light. Color temperature is rated in a Kelvin or K rating. The lower the K rating, the warmer the light, which is very red, very orange, very warm tones. The higher the Kelvin rating is the cooler the light temperature. So it's kind of inverted. The cooler light tones are blue, they're white, they're very clear and very pure. Um, we have two different types of bases when it comes to traditional bulbs. There's a medium base, which will fit into any standard light socket, like an incandescent or a desk lamp. A mogul base is very large, and it requires a special fixture. And if you ever have questions as to is this bulb medium or mogul base, of course, just let us know, and we can definitely make that point. Um, the CRI, or the Color Rendering Index, is something that's listed across our catalog with any light bulb, and it's a measure of the light's similarity, excuse me, to natural sunlight. So the sun has a CRI of 100. So if you match a bulb and you see a CRI rating of 86, it's quite comparable to natural light. The first type of bulbs we're going to talk about today are compact fluorescents, or CFLs. These are also known as spring lamps, or the little curly Q light bulbs, as I call them. They're rapidly replacing incandescents as they operate at approximately 4 times the efficiency. This also comes with a significantly lower wattage, so you can get way more bang for your buck. I personally have spring lamps in all of my fixtures at home. I don't use incandescents anymore, and I found a great swap over for that. It was a very smooth transition. A 30-watt CFL gives off more light than a 100-watt incandescent. So those are really great. My house, I have 12-foot ceilings. I popped a 30-watt CFL in my ceiling light up there, and it works beautifully. Uh, CFL bulbs last 10 times longer approximately than an incandescent and use 80% less energy. So they're great especially for fixtures where you don't want to climb up on a ladder and change the bulb all the time. Throw a CFL in there, you'll notice a marked difference. These bulbs are also available in full spectrum, which is a great low-cost way to supplement seed starts or other plants in small areas. Full spectrum lighting is the closest artificial light to natural sunlight, so it directly benefits people, plants, and animals. Full spectrum lighting does this by duplicating the color temperature of the sun, which is 6,500 Kelvin. Uh, Thus, of course, duplicating the benefits of the sun. So this includes vitamin D production in people and animals, of course, photosynthesis in plants. So with these lights, you're actually reducing winter blues or seasonal depression. You're growing indoors year-round. You're prompting better animal health, all with a light bulb. So how you like them apples? CFL bulbs do have a standard medium base, so as I said before, quick and easy replacement to a traditional incandescent. However, the 200-watt full spectrum lamp, which is the final picture on the screen you're seeing here, the very bottom one, that does have a mogul base and requires a special adapter to be used in a traditional socket, but we have those available. So if you wanted that big old beautiful lamp, we could definitely get you set up with that. CFLs also come in dimmable options, which can offer 2 to 100% light with no low-end nuisance flickering. What that means is, I'm sure folks are familiar with dimmer lights, and when you get down to the lower percentages, the lights will flicker, and you kind of feel like you're in a disco. Um, the 70s were great, but let's try and circumvent that by giving you a more high-quality bulb that will really give you the lighting requirement that you need. Dimmable bulbs average about 12,000 hours of life. They're UL listed for wet locations, so you can use them most anywhere, and they do carry a 2-year warranty, which is quite comparable. The electronic compact fluorescent capsule light that we carry replaces a 60 or 75-watt incandescent bulb, which has a lifetime of about 10 times longer in an 18-watt fixture. So you're replacing a 75-watt bulb with an 18-watt bulb, and it's going to last 10 times longer. With an average life of 10,000 hours, it has a CRI rating of 84, so it's very bright, clear, crisp. If you want to looking for the best of both worlds, we do have a wall ceiling mount, indoor-outdoor fixture with a photocell. So you can mount it anywhere, inside, outside, on the wall, or up ahead. And the photo cell feature is going to have that light turn on and off automatically based on the level of sunlight that it can read. This is an 18-watt quad tube, and it offers a very warm white light with, again, about 10,000 hours of rated life. So a fantastic option if you want to put it in and forget about it for a while. Tube fluorescence, tried and true lighting here. Everyone knows these, chances are, if you've been in a warehouse, an office, a greenhouse, arenas, pretty well anywhere. If you take a look overhead, you've seen these. There are three types of tube fluorescence currently on the market. The T12 is, of course, the oldest, most antiquated, and least efficient bulb. They are approximately the diameter of a $0.50. We do supply them just because a lot of folks have these older fixtures in their facilities. Not my most readily recommended bulb. The T8 is the most widely used currently. These bulbs are about the diameter of a quarter, and that's what we have, just looking up, is what's running over my head currently. But the T5 is my absolute favorite. It's the newest, the latest and greatest, so of course the most energy efficient there. These bulbs are about the diameter of a dime, and they actually offer 50% more light in initial lumens than T8s. So they are just amazing on the market these days, and just due to the size alone, it's fantastic, the light output that you receive. They are also available in full spectrum, so they can be used as grow lighting as well. For tube fluorescence, we offer fixtures in standard, wet location, and vapor tight. So whether you're looking for just basic illumination or you have a very specific application that we need to set up appropriately with UL listings and such, we can definitely meet your need across the board. High bay fixtures are available in a 4, 6, or 8 bulb configuration. But don't be alarmed with that, because they actually offer dual electronic ballasts. So when your electrician wires them in, he can wire the ballast separately, meaning that you can run half of the lights per fixture, which will fully customize your needs. So in a 4, 6, or 8 bulb fixture, you have the ability to run 2, 3, or 4 bulbs at any given time. Starting temperature is 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a pretty widely asked question with the high bay fixtures, is are they an instant on? Down to 0 degrees, you're ready to rock and roll. These are widely used in riding arenas, which is the image you'll see on the third image down on the right there on the screen in front of you. They're manufactured from a rolled steel, and so they're very durable in any type of corrosion or corrosive environment. Wet location fixtures, on the other hand, are made from UV-protected polycarbonate, which makes them extremely lightweight, yet very, very durable. Again, rapid start. These go down to -10 degrees Fahrenheit, so even a better temperature range. And again, 2 or 4 bulb options available in those configurations. Again, in a tube fluorescent, we have a U-tube bulb, which is that tiny little one there at the very bottom. They're much smaller versions of their long tube fluorescent cousins. They're available in 2 or 4 pin configurations, and these bulbs run between 5 and 13 watts. Most popular application that I've sold these for, and I think the only application I've sold these for, is a poultry house. So these are very popular in the poultry industry. The light color they emit is a warm white, and they average 8 to 10,000 hours in operation. Now, if you have a socket but you want to try a pin tube bulb, we do have adapters and ballasts available that you can make that swap over, and that will come on the accessories page a little later in the presentation. The light emitting diode, the LEDs. This is the newest technology on the market. It is extremely hot ticket item right now. Many customers are making the change for 2 reasons. You get a significantly longer lifespan, and they don't contain trace amounts of mercury, which I never had a concern with, but apparently it's a very large concern with folks in the industry now. The CFLs and tube fluorescents do contain very minute amounts of mercury, where the LED or light emitting diode bulbs do not. The LEDs prefer cooler temperatures too. So in barns and sheds where temperatures dip below freezing, these are an excellent instant on option. Instant on. FarmTech offers LEDs in floodlights, ranging from 2 to 3 watts, both replacing a traditional 50-watt incandescent, and those carry a 1 to 3 year warranty. We have dimmable bulbs available from 11 watts to 18 watts, and those will replace a 55 to 75-watt incandescent or halogen. We also have some 8-watt to dimmable LEDs that are a 40-watt incandescent replacement. Uh, then we also have some Energy Star rated bulbs. This bulb was actually presented nationwide in a publication as the newest 60-watt incandescent. It only uses 12.5 watts, carries a 1 to 3 year warranty depending on the specific bulb, but that is a fantastic option and very, very popular with our customers currently. We offer high bay and wall lights in LEDs as well. These can replace up from 200-watt traditional wall lights up to 400-watt high bay lights. We do have them rated for wet locations as well. Mounting heights vary between 11 foot and 25 foot. If you're looking for an LED standard incandescent replacement, you're going to circumvent the CFLs altogether. You're going to go from your incandescents all the way to this brand new technology. We would recommend a light bulb that operates at about 4.4 watts. 4.4, and that will replace a 60-watt incandescent bulb. It's a fantastic swap out, and you're going to save a boatload of money, especially in your kilowatt hours. And you only have to buy the bulb once because it gives you a 35,000-hour expected life. Metal halides are great for general industrial purposes and very specific applications like grow lighting. Their technology is originally from the 60s, and it operates at very high pressures and very high temperatures. So these bulbs require specific and special fixtures to operate them. Primary light, metal halide as a grow light is a primary light source. It offers a crisp white-blue light. In growing applications, this will promote a leafy growth and function as a primary light source when no natural light is available. Due to that crisp white-blue light, the metal halides are extremely popular for exterior lighting as well, which is what that huge picture there is about the center, the right-hand side of your page. For general purposes, FarmTech offers a large number of fixtures, both high and low bay, that accept the metal halide lamps. What's the difference, you ask? Just the mounting height. For ceilings above 15 foot, you use a high bay. Lower than 15, you pop in a low bay, and you're really ready to go. They offer quad ballast, so no matter your line voltage from 110 to 430, these can work for you. Just wire them in and let them go. They do rate for a 400-watt bulb, so we do need to be mindful of that. And they're available with or without these prismatic refractors, which will evenly distribute your light. So you can get the great throw that you want from the actual hood itself, and then this refractor can reduce any shadowing or undue light distribution. Metal halide lights, again, great for large coverage outdoor lighting. They are available in 1,000 or 1,500 watt, large arena lighting or sports stands, anything like that. You have a stainless steel hinge and 4-point mounting system, and they're UL listed for ground mount or wet location, and that's quite notable, especially if you're going to be putting them outdoors. Of course, you want something that can withstand the elements, especially when you're making that sizable of an investment. Wall lights are great for high-quality illumination at schools and homes, parking lots. Again, quad voltage, so you can hardwire to whatever you have. The bulbs in these fixtures, which is the very bottom image there on your screen, they come in either 75 or 400 watt outputs, and the polycarbonate lens that you see there disperses the light with, again, very little shadowing. When you're using a security light, you definitely want it to illuminate the entire area and provide no shadows where people can have surprises. We'll put it gently that way. High pressure sodium is kind of the brother or cousin to metal halides. They typically are used in conjunction with one another or comparable to one another. High pressure sodium light delivers the highest lumen per watt of any light that we offer. Most common applications are outdoor security lighting, though the color temperature of an HBS bulb makes them an excellent grow light as well. High pressure sodiums are a secondary or supplemental light. They offer very warm color tones, again, the reds, the oranges. As grow lights, they should be used with natural sunlight or metal halides, as these will promote the budding and flowering. So they're kind of, again, the secondary stage of lighting. For security lights, I always, across the board, recommend a fixture with a photocell, as they adjust the light based on the natural light that may be available. Of course, that's an energy saver because you don't have to remember to flip the switch because the sun will do it for you. Um, there's a 150-watt fixture, which can be pole or wall mounted. Comes with an 18-inch arm, and the lamp is included. And that's the image there on the left with the sky in the background, very blue. Then we also have a wall light, which is suitable for wet locations. They're available in 70 or 100 watts. And the bulb is included. That's just below that blue image there on the left. For metal halide and high pressure sodium grow light applications, our digital ballast is my absolute favorite. They are awesome. They can handle both metal halide and high pressure sodium lamps without any changes. So previously, where I was stating that high pressure sodium bulbs and metal halide bulbs, they operate at very high temperatures, so they require special fixtures. This fixture is the exception to the rule because it can, again, handle both of those operations without any rewiring or changing. You don't even have to flip a switch. You just change the bulb. These are the fixtures that are in our double connect greenhouse in Iowa. The high pressure sodium lighting is what gives it that beautiful warm tone during the nighttime hours. It kind of glows up there at Dyersville. It is to be noted, however, that these digital ballast fixtures come in 2 wattages, 400 watt and 1000 watt. The 400 watt is only available for 120 volt circuits. The reason for that is we found that the 1000 watt fixtures were popping breakers on 120 volt lines. And that's just a lot of nuisance back and forth to the breaker box that you, the customer, just don't need to deal with. So the 400 watts are available in 120 or 220, 1000 watt available in 120 volt, or 1000 watt available in 220 volt only. Sorry about that. Solar lights. So what happens if you don't want to have any kilowatt hours used at all? Throw in a solar light and be on with your day. Um, Solar lights we offer currently are for very basic operation. We have the Gamma Sonic solar lights, which one of them does come with an actual post. You'll see those on the upper left-hand portion of the slide there. You get the lamp and the solar panel. The lighting equivalents are between 30 and 45 watts. These are available in base or pole mount, depending on your needs. So just give us a call. We'll be happy to walk you through it. We do have a super bright LED solar light, which requires no additional electrical wiring to install. Comes with the solar panel. That is the image right below the Gamma Sonics, kind of middle of the left-hand side of the page. You can operate up to 2 hours on a full charge. And what's pretty slick about this little unit is it comes with a compass on the solar panel. So you can very easily adjust the panel so that you're getting the maximum amount of light. The solar shed and security light, this is my favorite part of the presentation because I love this light. I have it, my parents have it, my grandparents have it. I just think it's the bee's knees. You have 2 adjustable lights. Each of them is going to use less than 1 watt of power. You get the solar panel included. The light detects motion up to 50 feet away from the sensor, and the light will remain on for a minimum of 30 seconds. So it's none of this, again, disco functionality. Word to the wise, you do want to have the panel charged for a full 3 days before using the fixture for best performance. I learned that one the hard way, but it is a fantastic light, again, and you'll be extremely happy with that if you need a little outdoor illumination. Light accessories. So you have the light. What are you going to do with it? We have these great Light Master sensors. which can be standalone units, or you can daisy chain them together to connect and control an entire barn or building. These offer up to a 100-second delay to, again, prevent any nuisance on or off. Uh, that's extremely energy inefficient when a light keeps going on and off and on and off. So if we can prevent any of that, we're, again, going to be saving more money. These dark sensors in the Light Master Light Sensor, those can control up to 1,000 foot candles. So they're extremely versatile. We have a PIR occupancy sensor, which is the upper right-hand image that you see there. It's best used in square rectangular rooms less than 980 square feet, so for pretty small applications. It includes a manual on-off override, of course, for the sensor, and it operates off passive infrared technology. So it is not a motion sensor. It's going to actually look for your body heat. And this will operate up to 500 watts of fluorescent fixtures only. If you're looking for something a little bit different, we do have a great relationship with this manufacturer. So if you need something for a little different application, give us a call, let us know. You'd be surprised with what we can do. Of course, we have a commercial dimmer, controls up to 2,000 watts. This is for incandescent bulbs only, so it's probably going to just be a basic replacement for something that you probably already have on site. And then, of course, we do offer additional solar panels to be purchased separately. They're available in 5 or 12.6 watts. They're used for replacements with our solar lights. They carry a 10-year manufacturer's warranty, and they're going to come with your stand, your plus and minus terminals, charging indicators, cord, all of that. So there's no additional cross-sell there. Accessories continued. So if you need more light, if you have existing fixtures and such, um, try our 12-inch retrofit ceiling light. It's great when you feel like you're losing your light up instead of having it come down. A lot of barns and pole barns will install just sockets up on their beams and their trusses, and also known as a keyless lamp holder, which you can see there on the very top left-hand picture. So basically, you're going to screw a bulb into that, and your light is just going to go everywhere. It has no direction at all. So if you take the little retrofit ceiling light, which is just next to the keyless lamp holder, you screw that into the socket, you've now created a full light fixture without having to rewire anything. And then you just screw the bulb into that, and voila, you've increased your illumination at the working level without adding more lights, because all you've done is taken that light loss to the ceiling and pushed it down. This particular unit can only use a maximum of a 200-watt incandescent, so any of our CFLs would be able to go in there. But incandescents, you do need to be mindful of the wattage. Also, if you're looking to double up your lights, we do have a splitter, which is essentially the same principle, more light, less sockets. You just screw in the splitter, and you can use these with our little 13-watt U-tubes, and these provide more light than a 100-watt incandescent. What if you're in the middle of installing a pole barn, and you need lighting for just a short amount of time? You don't have the electrician out there full scale yet, but you do need to be able to bang in the nails and screw in the screws. Try our attach-on receptacles. They accept any medium-base bulb. UL listed for indoor use only, so they're not like the twinkle lights you can put outside on the porch. How does it work? Essentially, you open the receptacle, which is the image you show on the left bottom of your screen. You're going to lay the black and white electrical wire into the channels, and then you're going to close the receptacle. And the closed receptacle is shown both on the far right and the middle image there. Essentially, there's just some sharp points and pins within each channel that will pierce the wire and carry the electrical current. So why choose FarmTech? Well, we're a reliable American-based company. Again, we've been in business over 30 years, and we carry all of that experience with us. We offer over 30,000 products as stock items in our catalog, and again, we have fantastic relationships with all of those manufacturers and vendors as well. So if we don't have something stock, chances are we can still get it. So always give us a call and see what we can help you with. We do aim to be your one-stop shop for your agricultural, horticultural, any of your supply needs. Also, here at Farm Tech, we do aim to set you up with a dedicated national account manager. I myself am a national account manager. There are well over 40 of us here, and we are very well versed in all of our product lines. And we aim to make recommendations based on not only our product knowledge, our training, but also our expertise and our experience in what other customers do. And so do you have a large-scale project coming up? FarmTech offers completely interest-free financing. We understand the cash flow process of American farmers, or just the American society these days. I mean, you need product, but chances are you want to break up the payments and make it more manageable for you. So we do offer flexible in-house financing terms. We have 6 months or 4 months, same as cash, which is no interest, no down payment, no minimum monthlies. We send you the product. You have 4 or 6 months from the day of shipment to remit payment. So it's a pretty sweet deal there. And then we do offer leasings for very large orders over 10,000. Those do carry an interest rate, so your best bet is to give us a call, kind of let us work up what we're looking at for your project, and then we'll make a recommendation as to which financing plan can save you the most money. So that concludes our presentation on FarmTech high efficiency lighting products today. I do appreciate your time and thank you for joining me. If you can please stay with us as our Q&A portion will start momentarily. Of course, if you wish to discuss your project and application specifically, you can call me directly or any of the account managers here at 800 FarmTech. It would be our pleasure to help you with any of your needs. Again, my name is Abigail, and that is my personal extension there, 246 off the main number. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, so we have some great questions coming in. First one, what is the average lifespan for an LED standard incandescent replacement? That's about 35,000 hours. So you figure if you're running a bulb 8 hours a day, that's a whole lot of days. What type of high efficiency light do you recommend for a grow light? It really depends on your application, more specifically where you're growing. If you're just growing on a single tabletop, I would recommend a smaller fixture. If you're going to be in a full-scale greenhouse, I may be more apt to recommend our high bay tube fixtures. But for that application, just give me a call or any of the account managers here, and we'd be happy to suit your needs. Is it really cost effective to buy the higher price efficient bulbs? Yes, absolutely, holy moly, yes. We actually have a calculator here if you're wondering how much you could actually save by making a larger investment into a more expensive bulb. But just again, with the average hours in lifespan, you are making a fantastic investment into your future by selecting a bulb that you don't have to replace as frequently. How long does it take to charge the solar lights? I recommend a 3-day charge on our solar lights. The Gamma Sonics can be a little bit lower, but definitely if you can give them 3 days, that will ensure that they've really absorbed as much of the sun's energy as they can. The only reason I recommend 3 days is because, one day it may be rainy, have a little bit of overcast, your panel may not be as charged as one would hope. Lumens versus foot candles. Again, a lumen is the measure of light initially output by a lamp, so right at the fixture. When the light comes on, that is a lumen. A foot candle is the unit of illuminance on a surface, so the tabletop, the chair, my body, the computer, the floor, all within the same room, all have a different foot candle rating because they're at different areas away from the light. So if you're wondering what your foot candle rating is at any given point, we do have little units and products that can read your foot candle reading and relate that. You said high pressure sodium lights were a secondary light source. Do I need to supplement with with a metal halide or other light source for growing? It is recommended. Yes, high pressure sodium lights are a secondary light source. They are to be used when a metal halide is your primary or natural light. If you have a wonderful amount of natural light coming in through the facility, say for instance our double connect greenhouse in Iowa, We have wonderful light transmission coming through that cover to the tune of about 90%. However, during the night, we do run HPS lamps to promote, again, the budding and flowering process. If you have additional questions as to which grow lights are best for your specific application, by all means, give us a ring. We would be more than happy to help you and suit your needs in that regard. It seems to be the questions that came in today. So, again, I will thank you all ever so kindly for your time and your patience bearing with me in our presentation. I of course, appreciate all of the great questions that came in as well. Again, my name is Abigail. You can reach me at direct extension 246 off the main 800 number. My email is Tobey, Tobey, at farmtech.com. I hope you have a fantastic day, folks, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thanks.